Hey everybody, it's Bob Trade Genius. I have my good friend Phil with me. I'm going to be on the road for a week here, so enjoy the different backgrounds. Elmer Fudd is at it again. Tremendous opportunity. Stay tuned.
Trade Genius.
Hey everybody, it's Bob with Trade Genius. Usually I do fun ads. I talk about our service, but I want to be serious with you for a second. We've been helping a lot of people trading for a long time. As you can see here, I want to let them do the talking for me for a change. But most importantly, we want to help you too. If you have not joined our service yet, come check us out, tradelikeagenius.com. Full service. We have chat room. We have the algorithms for you. We give trades out every day. We educate you. So go to tradelikeagenius.com. Check us out. What you get out of our service is much, much more than what you put into it. And we'd like to see you in the room. Thanks for listening. Okay, Phil, somebody desperately wanted to get into Bitcoin cheaper. You better act fast because the Memorial Day sale is going to end soon.
Yeah, Memorial Day sale is right. It was funny because we had a really strong move up over 70,000 during the weekend, and then we had this Mt. Gox news hit. If you guys aren't familiar with Mt. Gox, it was one of the first major Bitcoin exchanges. It was in Japan and ended up losing a bunch of customer money. Basically, customer funds were moved and without anybody's permission. So there was a loss of funds there, quite a bit of Bitcoin actually at stake. Initially, there was 940,000 BTC lost. They recovered about 140,000 of those BTCs, and that's what's in play right now in terms of the trust is taking care of that in terms of how they're going to distribute that back to those claimants. So people had the ability to file a claim, prove they had an account at this exchange and how much they lost, and now they're going to be able to get their BTC back. So it's been kind of a boogeyman off and on because whenever it comes up, the fear is that, oh my gosh, 140,000 BTC are going to get market dumped onto the open market here, and we're going to see a big drop in price. Well, if you kind of take things into consideration, are these people really going to sell the best performing asset in the last 10 years? And they were forced to find that out, right? So they may not be willing to part with their beloved BTC just yet. What they will probably part with though is their Bitcoin Cash, because that was airdropped onto Bitcoin holders, and so that could definitely be sold off. So that's probably a play of whether you want to try and short that later in the year or not. I think a lot of people will, so that might not be as straightforward, but the price of Bitcoin Cash is probably going to take a hit as these guys get their distributions because, it's against Bitcoin. It doesn't perform very well. So you're going to probably just take the money and run with that, especially when you consider that most people are going to have that mindset. So you want to get out of that. So that's kind of the realities of the Gox distribution. Here's a comment from somebody who's been in this process for over 10 years now. He thinks 80% will hold because he's pretty intimate with the community that's, involved with this. But like I was saying, he's going to sell Bitcoin Cash the minute he receives it. So not good for the price of Bitcoin Cash. I think that would be the biggest fear if you were a Bitcoin Cash fan. Then Bob, to kind of flip the script on the FUD, we have good news, right? Because now we're starting to see another rotation into corporate treasuries. If you guys remember last 2021, you had Square and other companies, MicroStrategies, all were adding to their corporate treasuries Bitcoin. And this latest one is Semler Scientific, NASDAQ ticker SMLR, decided that they are going to adopt Bitcoin as its primary treasury reserve asset, purchased 581 Bitcoins for $40 million inclusive of fees. And what did that do to the price of, and this is what's interesting now, Bob, right? The price today, it's up 20%, 22%. So, and then this happened over not just here, but also in Japan too. We had a company called Metaplanet last week. They got halted twice because in Japan on the Nikkei, you can't make more than 50% gain in a day. They basically halt your stock. Imagine doing that in the US. But anyway, twice that happened to this company. Twice they got halted. So we're starting to see like there's a big positive boost when you announce anything Bitcoin related to corporate treasuries. So maybe we're going to see another rotation into that. And then Metaplanet today authorized more purchase of Bitcoin. So we could start, I think people are going to take notice of this, and we could see another season of, corporate treasury buys for Bitcoin. And, long story short here, Bob, in my opinion, this is overblown FUD. I think you buy the dip because I think, as we've been talking about, this market's probably getting ready for one more big push up. And not just Bitcoin too. I mean, altcoins, Ethereum with its ETF approvals and things like that. So I think there's going to be a broad market rally here. And I think you just have to see this for what it is, mostly FUD, and I say buy the dip. Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, and somebody else also on Twitter was talking to give some perspective. He said, "Hey, Bitcoin absorbed a million coins selling in 5 months. This is 10% of that. So if everybody sold their Bitcoin that can sell it on the same day, you're looking at 2 weeks of distribution before all of it gets absorbed."
Yep.
But like you said, Phil, they don't have to distribute this till October 31st.
Right.
So we don't know if they're just going to slowly leak this out to people over that period of time. And I guarantee you, Phil, everybody and their brother's contacting these people directly and saying, "Hey, can I cut a deal and get your coins now too?"
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot going on here. The other thing too, what we're going to find here, look, there's never one cockroach, right? So they saw how MicroStrategy and Coinbase and Square benefits from having Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and now that these companies are doing it, and people are seeing these 20% pops. I guarantee you boards around the world are saying, "Hey, our growth is slowing, but we're cash rich. And at our next earnings announcement, we're going to announce we added Bitcoin to our balance sheet, and people are going to forget all about the slowing growth of the company. And these guys are going to get these major pops in value." And so this is how it works. Just like in the NFL, some team does something innovatively. Next year, everybody copies it. Boards around the world are looking at this thing and saying, "Hey, how can we get a 20% pop in our share price? Hey, we'll authorize Bitcoin." Just like, remember how they authorize, buybacks? They don't necessarily do them right away, but you get a huge good guy. It's going to same thing that happen here. People will buy. We're authorizing up to X% of Bitcoin. They may never ever buy Bitcoin, but they could be up 20% overnight just by making the announcement. Like I said, I laughed when I saw it. Misty, look at Misty and Coney. They're like, "Yeah, we're on." The derivatives, the proxies aren't worried about this at all.
Totally agree. What do you guys think? You think that Bitcoin's going to be the new favorite toy for corporations going forward here over the next few months? Let us know your thoughts below. And also let us know your thoughts on what you think the impact of Mt. Gox will be on the price of Bitcoin. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Please check out our specials over at tradegenius.co. We're going to have a pretty volatile year, we think, ahead. So if you want help navigating these markets, head over there. We'd love to see you guys in the room with us. Thanks, Bob. We'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.
Trade Genius.